This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Today is day 3 of digital marketing. We had covered till creating a Google My Business profile. Today we shall be optimizing it and adding in some posts and making use of Canva as well today. Did anyone give a try yesterday on creating a profile? Because I so far didn't get any links of what you have done, or even a screenshot if you can take and send would be great. If anyone give it a try, just type yes or one in the comment section. Okay. Okay. By the time we're done with today's session, can I get a screenshot of what you have tried so far? I'll need just the info section would be sufficient for now. This is the info section. Because the rest of it we have to do. I need to know what is the description you've added and that you worked something on the operating hours. So more or less like what we did yesterday on business avatar. Today we're going to be adding a little more information and making this profile look a little more complete. Okay. So as we go to the home page, you get these options. You can create a post, add photos of the establishment, and as per the current times, you have COVID-19 situation where if you're operating in business hours which is not regular, you can mention that and post COVID-19 update, like if all your staff are vaccinated and if you're a facility where people are coming in to avail the service, like a restaurant or an education institute or a travel agency, any such services where people are coming in and going out, and you put up your details that your team is vaccinated and you're following the COVID-19 protocols of wearing a mask and sanitizing and these kind of measures. You can create a post on that just to make people feel they're in a much safer place. After which you find something called get your review, first review. So here, this is a tab. This is an option which opens up only after your profile is verified. So like I told you, how we verified yesterday was with the phone. Another form of getting it verified is initially when you're setting it up, if you give it your address, you get a mail, a physical, a hard copy of a mail. You get a mail to your, a letter to your address, your business address or your home address, through which there would be certain digits or numbers given on it. So once you come to this verification section and you enter the digits, it gets verified. So after which, a lot of features open up, like beat insights, yeah, you get reviews, and the features, which are not quite readily available when you create the profile. So for which you need to get verified. I think we have a profile which is verified here. So can show you certain options. The next one would be add a manager to your business. Once you set this up, after a point you might not find to run these profiles. So that is when you hire someone for you, a manager, or your co-founder wants to take care of operations of all the digital marketing, or anyone where you don't find time but still you should be involved. You can send them an invitation. I'll show you another place where, okay, this is one, and to the left side you find this column where all the details are there. In the home page, it just shows you what is not updated and what you should work on. Okay, I'll just show that. It's in here. If you follow the mouse, there's a section called users. This is where you give them access and they can, do some changes, post, create events, and make changes of the details you have put in. And you need to be very careful who you handing out such responsibilities and powers so they don't make wrong use of it. I mean, most of the social media have this option where once you create it, you can give certain rights to people to carry it forward when you're not around to take care of it. No, that doesn't mean like you're around in the sense you're held up with some other work and you can assign work to your team and get it done. Okay, going ahead to the right here, what you find is Google pushing its Google Ads. It's insisting you do Google Ads, which we will do again after a few sessions. I guess let's finish Google My Business, Facebook, after which we'll start Google Ads where I can explain much brief about it. The first class I told you how when search engine works and how do we put ourselves up in that listing on the SERP page, search engine result page. So one of the ways is in Google is by doing Google Ads. We have something called as search network ads. So what you see here is one of it, which I'll be covering in the later stages of this training session. And going ahead, so you have news to share with your customers. That's more like creating a post. And post is something which you need to keep it consistent. See, right now what we're doing it on an education purpose where we shall be, running through how to create this and make you post a couple of things and show you how it is done. But the same practice is carried forward. Like I told you earlier, content is the king. So you have really good content and something to share with people which keeps them engaged. That's what draws people towards your business in terms of them availing your service, also for them, having some certain reputation for you, a brand. That is where a brand is created. You need to be consistent. You need to update them if you're having a new product launch, or if you have a restaurant, you're bringing up a new recipe, or you're trying something new which has not been done before. You always make use of the post. And trust me, even businesses out there which are functioning right now are making use of this. And they keep it in such unison. They when they post something, they make sure on all their platforms what they have, they have a post of the same content. So it should be very uniform. And another thing I told you yesterday was you need omni-channel presence, which means your content what you put out should reflect in all the media, channel, social media what you have, and very much same on your website. Then it shows your completion of how much your business profile is created and updated. If you manage up till 80%, it's quite good. 90 is great. See, it's all about filling in the fields which are missing. Creating a post, event, and other details as well. That's how you optimize it. So where someone has a view of your business on a Google map or a search, they'll get to know what your business is about. And most of them even make a decision whether to, approach your business or not based on it. Let's keep it as optimal as we can. So let's start with updating the info first. Most of it, most of the details here are updated as you create the profile, but there are certain fields which you need to do it once it is created. So add a service area. As I'm choosing Bangalore, I'll take Bangalore and apply. You can choose multiple service areas. If you are a business who are providing service not just to certain location and other districts and cities around it, you can mention the other cities as well. As I've taken a coffee shop, I'll just mention one and apply. Operating hours and the address, just have a check about the address if it's correct. Uh, this is another field which we have done while creating the profile itself. So just check the pin again. Like I told you, if your pin is not on mark, there are chances of people being around the location and not able to find you. And this happens quite often. Just make sure it's accurate and give apply. So if any changes were made, that'll be taken. Get back here and special hours. So if there's a special occasion of Christmas, or I guess the Christmas is coming up in next month, and times there festivals, are you open for half day, or are you operating an extra few hours for that sale to happen or people to come in and okay, best example would be New Year. So where places would be open till post 12. So it gives you a chance to make changes in those dates. Christmas is upcoming, so it's been listed here, but it's always customizable based on the requirement. So currently we don't have a website, so I've left it blank, but there's one option here which I can show you uh, by what details we already entered. Google My Business or Google itself will suggest a small format of how our website would look when everything is completed. And followed by this being a cafe, they give me an option of um, adding a menu. If, like I told you earlier, if you are a consultant or any other business, it gives you the option of service. Okay, so as per the business category we choose, that will be the field which will be shown to us. Now I've taken coffee shop, it's showing me the menu. Okay, so here I have an option of creating a menu for lunch, dinner, appetizer, and beverages. Let me create one for lunch. Here it'll ask for the item name. So this being cafe, what can I give? Something simple as sandwich. And the price of the food item, or if it's a service, if the costing of how much it would be. Let me give an amount of, also make sure this would be usually in rupee and not dollar, so around 200. You can write few lines about the item you're putting in. Let me add grill, the fresh. Just a line. Grilled to perfection with freshest of ingredients. So you get an option of putting in 100 character, 1,000 characters here. Just for demonstration purpose, I've filled in with 52 characters and add. So one item is added to the lunch menu. The same way you can create multiple sections. You can have a dinner menu, you can have a breakfast menu. Okay, this is how we can add. I'll do another one now. Okay, French fries. Just be creative and go on and add some description about it. I think that should be sufficient. And the same you can add, photos of a menu. Let me look up for a menu, existing menu of a cafe or something. I use Google for now, but I can take even, like I showed you yesterday, you can use Pexels or Pixabay. So you get quality content which are, patent free, and you'll not have any issues using those images. I think they have a menu format, not the particular menu. Google should guide it through. Okay, if you get something like this. I'm just using images which I can find for now, but when it's actual business, you need to create this one for yourself. Let's see something similar. Okay, this should make sense. Download. I just have to download it right again. I think it should work now. Okay. So in this place, you should have, I mean, if you are doing a cafe or a restaurant as well, you should have designed your own menu and put it up here. For demonstration purpose, I picked up a menu from Google, right? So you have an option of adding another section here as well. Like I said, lunch is done, dinner, breakfast, or snacks, anything can be done. So that is with the menu section. Okay, let's put it. And from the business. See, this is something which will be displayed to customers during it. And this is also, content which puts out to people that you are trying to convey to them and giving certain facilities, amenities. Uh, Basically, see, it asks about accessibility. Are you wheelchair accessible entrance? So, like, are you providing accessibility to especially able people? So you can mention which are accessible entrance for your cafe. You have the restroom, which is accessible, seating as well. And as you go down, like I told, based on category of business, you get these preset options. Are you on? You have a bar on site, individual restroom, good for kids, high chairs, and restroom. Are you providing a free and paid Wi-Fi? So in case you're paying, providing a Wi-Fi, you should, it'll ask you the details of it. So is it free or paid? You can choose either of it. I'll keep it free. Restroom, yes. Pictures, yes. Good for kids, yes. Um, yes. Okay, and ask you what kind of uh, car do you have here? You can based on the business you're carrying out. I mean, generally, you can if you're a family friendly or if it's like a cafe or a nightclub. Based on that, you can choose family friendly or the options given there. Okay, going ahead, I'll ask you the dining options. Like we were just working on the menu section. So it asks whether you're providing a breakfast, catering, dessert, dinner, lunch, and do you have seating options? So as per what facilities, I mean, what services you're providing, based on that you select it. I'll select seating, lunch, dinner, dessert, catering, no, breakfast, yes. So here it asks, is any employment required? Health and safety, I think you can leave it open. Highlights, you have fireplace, live music, yes, live music, live performances, yes, rooftop seating, yes, sports, no, offering again. It asks whether you're providing alcohol, beer, cocktail, coffee. So yes, coffee bar, your coffee shop, you should be providing coffee. Okay, so you get a lot of preset options based on the business. Cafes and restaurants being common users of this, they'll definitely have a lot of people who own businesses related to restaurants, cafes, bars, restaurants. So this would be a preset which most of them will be having. Okay, small plates, prepared foods, stage options. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, as we go down, it'll ask you for payment options. And off late, it's been we have come to such we are such a generation we hardly have any cash. I mean, most of us. We'll be having a Google Pay, and there are still some establishments today, even today, who don't accept Google Pay and all the latest methods of payment. So if they're very particular, they only want cash, so they mentioned here. But most are friendly with digital currency. I mean, not the Bitcoin. I'm talking about Google Pay and online transfers. So you can take yes, cash only and credit cards, like they mentioned in specific the brands as well here. Debit cards, yes, Google Pay. So based on what business you are doing, you can, according to your convenience, you can keep it open or closed. So the moment you select, it will show up on the in the info section. Okay. So service options. I think we've already done this when we are creating the profile, and that should be it. And click apply. Okay. This gets reflected when someone sees your profile. And one more thing I have to update you is shortly Google is planning to drop the name. Not sure yet, but I heard about it. They'll be dropping the name Google My Business, and I think they're calling it as Google Business Profile. So Google keeps doing these kind of name updates and small branding and all these things. So that's the current news I heard. I think from next month onwards they'll be calling this Google Business Profile and Google My Business. I think it's already there. Yeah, you can check up. Yeah, it says Google Business Profile Manager. So they're working on something on that. Okay, and so these are things we worked on the description, a place to grab, breath of fresh air. That's description, everything. Make it full screen. Yeah, that is our info section. So this is a place where this was created just yesterday. So there are no reviews. As you create the profile and get it verified, you can start getting, once your business goes live, after the verification, you can start getting reviews. So that plays a big role on how your profile is viewed. Whether they're going to make a decision to come to your actual location of the store or establishment or not. So it plays a major role. Here again, I don't think so. I have a, let me check from another profile of mine. I think I've done lots there. Okay, these are just wanted to just for reference purpose of them. My friends have given a review. The price and service are very good. Let's see, you can have good feedback and bad feedback as well. But from our end as business owners, what's important is to reply back to every review we get. See, if you haven't replied, it keeps it in the section where you haven't replied for it. So it's very important, be it on any social media, good or bad, try responding to it. So it means you appreciate their feedback. Otherwise, the whole the review and feedback section makes no sense unless you reply back to them. It means you have acknowledged their review. If it's bad review, just make sure some changes are made. If it's a good review, appreciate it's going good and work on something better. Let me go back to this profile. So messages. If someone, this is like a DM. If someone doesn't want to put a review and they want to contact you regarding something, it can be a vendor who's trying to approach you. It can be a customer who has certain questions, sensitive things which he can't, post it on the reviews, and he wants to ask a question. This is where they send you a message. And in creating the profile, it asks a question whether you accept messages. So this is the section if someone wants to communicate something directly to you, which is important or something which doesn't have to be put in the limelight. So this is the section where you get the messages. And next, photos. See here, we have uploaded certain photos which you see in the second row, but what is on the top is very important, and that is something next which I'll be going through, which I spoke to you about yesterday. We have an online tool called, it's an online designing site actually. It's called Canva. It's a free site. So where we can create logos, cover images, and even posts and creators. I'll be showing some of it which I've done already, and I'll tell you what should be in that framework. Okay, so the same if you can try today or next class, and share it in the WhatsApp group will be very good. Uh, the pictures we have posted below is from Google and Pexel. That should be good because this is an educational and a demo purpose what we're doing right now. But in an official business profile, you need to put the actual photos. In case even you're putting, okay, you see this section here on the top, overview, video, interior, exterior, product, food, menu, and team. And here, when you put up images of your team, if you're a company which is providing business solutions or digital marketing, so you'll be putting images of your studio, your old room, how your office looks. But the same if you're putting up a photos of a restaurant, you should put up pictures of not just the food, even images of on the customer's consent. images of people having the food and food being served. This is more like an action and realistic images, which creates an impact rather than just, if you see here now, uh, we have images which, okay, here, it has a menu, it has sandwich and the price there and coffee bean. But here, the last image, it shows and it creates impact. This is how the place might look, and people are already working there, and it's something is buzzing and something is happening there right now. So those kind of images what you need to upload. Okay, just show you a couple of them here. You can go to again, Pexel or Pixabay, any of it, or you can just check them on Google as well. I'll use Pixabay for now. They obviously careful. Some people working from there, or here I think most of the images are still working applications. Okay, yeah. So here's a section, but it's taking us to iStock. iStock is a paid service. So here, I'm just want you to bring to your notice how an image should be. So you see people sitting around here and someone going about. So it shows the place is active. It's buzzing. Rather than have an image where it's all dull and nothing's happening with this. So add couple of pictures which have some action and something live going on there. And even in terms of your team, you have your clients coming in, you have a meeting, you can ask one of your colleagues or someone there to take a picture. It creates an impact for people who are having a look for the first time. What's the actual story? Only you will know as the business owner and the people working there. Okay, and the same section here, you can add the menu. As you add the menu, I mean the price list, you can also add the items on the menu, what you have, actual, these companies basically, they do this, commercial photo shoots of these, if you go to these high-end restaurants where they do this, food photography, they arrange it so well and the lighting is set, and with that, they present the product. So, and the product can vary. Like, see, here I'm doing the restaurant. If you're doing any other service and you're selling any other product, the same should be done on the professional level. Okay, it creates an opportunity for them also to work, and your profile will look much professional using such professional services. Okay, followed by food and drink. Here it shows only the images of the food, what you provide and drink, and whatnot based on the business category. To product. For us, I guess more or less it comes in the menu section. Exterior. How does a place look from the outside? And the interior. Like I said, keep this a little busy with people walking around. It's a full place than keeping it empty. So if you want to put up a video, I suggest for time being, let us upload a video from Pexel. Pexel has a very good collection of these non-patented videos. Let's take a small one if we can find. Okay, here the first one would be the photos. The second one is the video. This tab would be the video tab. So let's take something on a HD is sufficient for us, and I think I need to play a couple of them to know what's the duration of it. If it takes something really small, and I think that too will take a lot of time to upload. And let's give it a try. This is just 18 seconds and great, yeah. We download. The video is downloading. Okay. find a file where you downloaded it. I think this is one. Okay, this is the one. I think this should upload quite fast, being 18 seconds. So choose videos, even if it's your own product video, which is short. Try at least for such medias. Try putting in smaller ones, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Something too long, people will not have the attention or interest to spend time and watch it. Here, they just want to know how good and genuine you are and what kind of service you're providing, be it whatever business category. So put short videos which are very specific and clear of what you're doing. And that will take some time to upload. Once you're done, you get this section here of overall overview of what you've done so far. Okay, going ahead from here, what you see is a logo and cover. For both, I think we can use Canva. So this is a site called canva.com. I've created a couple of it. You can go to Google. This again, I want you to make a note. If you have, I guess some of you would be familiar with this by now, but for the ones who are not, you can note it down somewhere. So it's called canva.com. And this site, you can use it for everyday usage as well. I mean, the options here are quite vast. He'll ask you whether you want to go for a pro trial or with free Canva. Okay. The difference here with the pro and the free is a lot of good content has been smartly put into the pro version. As we go ahead, you'll find out certain things are not available for us in the free version, but it's more than sufficient for us. So you need to log in. As I've already logged in, it's showing some of the designs which I've worked on. So you can log in with your Google, Gmail, Google account, and it'll bring you to this home page. And once you are here, if you search in the search bar, you find all the options they're providing you. See, you can start with a logo. I have done a logo, so it's showing that. You can create a video. You can make a YouTube video as well here. You can create a presentation, PPT, for a presentation which is coming up for you. You can work on your Facebook post, a poster, Instagram post, your stories. You can work on the stories as well. So for now, let's see. I've already done one here. For name, I've taken Highland Cafe Highland as well. What do we need here basically is name of your business, okay, and the tagline would do really good with it. So I've taken a vibe from a land called Kasol, okay, Cafe Highland, and I've also put since 1998. This is all just adding value, and this is what you see in certain logos, not every, but most of them. If you want an add value, and if you want to be more familiar with the people, you can add name of the city and what goes on, what goes well with them, what connects, what creates a connect for them. Okay, it's very simple here what I've taken. And logos usually what we see, when I'll just show you some if I see, they come in all shapes and sizes. I think these are quite familiar ones what we see on everyday basis. Pizza Hut, Domino's, Spotify, Starbucks. Uh, you have Apple there, Wikipedia, and as you scroll down, we find others as well. We may not be able to, do much in depth of the logos here, but what's sufficient for us to start a business and have something which is recognizable to people. So what are the necessary things in the framework is what I'll mention now. Okay, you need to have a tagline, you need to have name of your business, and add in few words which will be related, something people can relate to. So I added Bangalore and a tagline, and also, okay, there are two ways now. I'll show you some of the ones you have on the left. Okay, you have ready-made ones where you can select and add in. If you don't, okay, this is an option I can give you guys today. What it is, if you don't want to spend too much time, at least put in a name. Okay, we have some here, some regarding. Okay, so you see here, you see a crown there. So that means it's a pro version where it won't be available for us to download and make use of it. If it is free, you can download and implement where it's required. So I was telling you can put in an image like this. I've taken highland just representing a hilly mountain like Himachal Pradesh or something like that, which came up to my mind when I said highland. I mean, I thought about highland, a cafe which would be in the Parvati Valley, that kind of places. Or if you would like to keep it minimal, you can just add in the name of your business and a single image as well. Okay, so yeah, see here, this is something straightforward, and I think it has quite less. Okay, that is what showing from what I had given. uh, I think, yeah, so you can start with something as simple as this, and as you go ahead you'll get ideas, as you practice and spend time on this, you get a lot of ideas. So what basically this would have, the logos, how can you make it better? You can start with something on a blank. Give me a minute. Okay, and be careful. See, now this is what happened. I had created a logo which was there, and I changed the template. Now you'll not be able to go back to it. So make sure you save it and download it somewhere before you make changes. Luckily, I have another cover where I can bring back the logo from. If you're creating a logo, I would suggest go to home and here search type logo. So it'll bring in a dimension which is ideal for creating a logo. Okay. It opens up this page where it shows you all the options, but you can have a look at them to get some idea, but always start with a blank page, and side by side another tab you can open up another similar similar page where it has all these ideas. And look at this, from an education institute to a school, a cafe, Ecomium, Hilltop Cafe, and so many ideas. So you can pick them up from here as well. It would be great if you all can make one logo and a cover. In the next class you can share it on WhatsApp group. Okay, so we'll go with something very blank for now, and give me a minute, take another name here, and you find a lot of options to the left as well. So as you create the heading, you can take some ideas from the font which is to the left as well. And be careful to take the free ones. Again, you create everything, and then if you would have put a pro text, you'll not be able to download it. Okay, let me change highlight. I'll just highlight. Okay, highlight. Okay, so start with the text, and you can even add in the tagline there. What was it again? Vibes from more land called Kasuri. Okay, just a tagline. It can be anything. You need to come up with your own, which is catchy, or something which relates to the business you're starting off with. Place it there. Should not take. Okay, and for references, okay, here you come to file. This is how it will look when you start off. You'll not be able to see the rulers and guides. So click on file and then choose for ruler and a guide in case you want to keep it aligned. And you have the option of dragging it out just to make sure your words are aligned and somewhere there. Another option to align this is using the position option here. Click on these three dots and the other options open up. You can lock it, you can link, keep the transparency, copy style, and position. When you come to position, if you keep it to the center, it'll be in the exact center. And when you choose middle, it'll be in the middle of the canvas which is provided. And another thing I would like to mention here is take at least 70 to 80% of this 500 by 500 pixel. So when you upload this onto a social media site, it should be quite visible. And if you make it too small, it will not be seen. So when you're creating this itself, just make sure it is visible. You can increase the font size and overall a little bit later. You can group them. Okay, select everything and Control G. So that has grouped them, and now if you increase, they uniformly increase in size. I think I need to push this a little. Yeah. So I said around 60. This is around 70%. Place it in center. Use position center. Middle. Yeah. Either if you're placing an image here, just make sure it's a little down. Over here. Use the rulers if you want to be accurate on where you're placing things. You can work around it as well. And now to find some images, and there's a section called here as tab called elements. This is a very important section where we have a lot of things here, starting from lines and shapes, which are very important for the next thing what we'll be doing a post or an offer, an event. It makes it look stand out than just keeping it with just text and images. Some shapes here and there will look really good. Okay, you get graphics, you get photos here as well. In case you don't want to go to Pixels or Pixabay or Google, you have images here as well. But again, they're limited and some are pro, so you might not get the ones you like. There are also videos here. So if you're creating dynamic posts or something, like that, you can pick up the video from here. And audio, like I told, you can create a video here. And if you're making any presentation, there is an option of using charts. Okay, these last two sections are very important when you're creating an offer and event. See, what basically this does is you create a frame and you add an image to it. It falls right inside it and that keeps it very clean. There'll be no edges there. But the same you bring in a picture from outside, download it, it might not be how the design really wants it. Yeah, it will not be what do you say, complementing to what we do. So that is where we use frames. And there are a lot of frames. You can use even your name or your business name. We have alphabets down here. So you can use the alphabets of your business and place in the images. So that is what I'm saying. If not for this class, even on your daily basis, you can make use of it. If you have an event coming up to college, you can make use of this as well. Let me clear this one up. Go to elements and search for the business category you're looking for. I'll look for cafe and something that should go well. And here also there's an option of for all where you get everything related to cafe elements, all the elements related to cafe. And next one would be photos. And you can go for graphics for this. Another way to find this is you can go to Google and type what you need and PNG next to that. Let me just take any of them. Something simple as this. Just make sure they're aligned. And the change, you can change the background here. You can make it to what color you like. The one I had done earlier will take a little more time. I'm just showing you something simple. If you follow these certain things, it should decently look good actually. So use these rulers and guides if you want and place in an image. And when you download it and put it on a social media or any of these profiles, it definitely should look good. You can work on the text as well. Should be good. Want to make changes, ungroup it. And place it how it's look good. If you want to extend the spacing, you can do it there. Yeah. And make it bold, leave it like that. Okay. That should be something fairly simple and for people for now. If you can work on something and share it on WhatsApp group, it would be great. Try something simple as this, or if you have time and you're really into art and would like to do it, go a step ahead, do a little more. I'm sure most of you are very talented on this. Okay. So that's a logo, and I've already done one cover image. I can use that. Okay. This was the logo I done earlier. And here, what would we need in the frame? It's yet to be completed here. Okay. You add in your logo. Logo is very important. The name of your business. Keep it very clear. The tagline again, and you can even mention on the social media handles you're on if you want them to reach out. See, this would be the profile there itself, but again, adding your cover, it would be good. Keep it simple, fairly simple, and I think this should be good enough now. Download in PNG format. Let me copy this. Create a design. I'll paste what I done earlier. Next position, center, middle. Okay, download it in PNG format. Okay, okay. PNG you should do. Go to Google My Business page, choose photo, should be somewhere there. Okay, upload. You can check whether it's right or you crop it before you upload. Okay, set logo. Here it's going to show you the ones which you have not done, and as the video is still being uploaded, it takes time to get uploaded. And next will be the cover. I've kept the cover fairly simple. You can just work more on that. But this whole business page, it's okay. But on Facebook, it's very necessary to keep it very apt to what business you're doing. Let's do this. Okay. There is a logo and cover. It would be great if you can, try a logo and cover today. Go to canva.com and I hope you have created a business profile and Google My Business yesterday. If not, do it today and upload a logo and a cover. If you're not able to optimize, that's okay, but at least create a profile and work on logo and cover. See, what we'll be left with is an exterior and a product. So based on the business, I'll show you the product. Okay, great. So this has been done, and next, this would be the website. So the data what you have already given, Google will take in that information and give you a sample of how your website would look. You can get started. You can customize how you like it, and the minute you enter, it will be showing the small tutorial where you to do it. Okay. Cafe Highline Coffee Shop in Bangalore open today until 11:30. Get 4. So just take an image of a coffee cup. Once we do the post, see it's showing the lunch menu right now, sandwiches and French fries which we entered earlier, and followed by reviews, which is very important. This is what drives people to your business. So about is it should have come up here on the description what we've written earlier. Gallery the image is what you upload and the location. So this is a fairly simple website or web page Google is offering. And if you would like to do this and get published, we'll charge you a certain amount. Okay. So this would how the site would look once it was active. Okay. And the next section would be user. Here, which I told you earlier, you can give access to people in your circle, whether they should be the owner, the manager, or the primary owner. I have connected to two profiles here. So one is a primary owner, another owner. And you can add the users if you have the email ID. And once they open the mail and accept the invite which is sent, they'll be part of the role what you choose for them. Whether a role, owner or manager. You know what the roles here. What are the limitations that would have given them? Okay, okay, here we have certain rights that would be given to an owner and a manager. So capability, add or remove users, owner can do it, remove business profiles, yes, edit all URLs. You have, okay, there's something called vanity URL which can be done. So that's what they mentioned about edit all URLs. Accept all Google updates. So both of them have access for that and they can even edit the URLs. Opt in or out for a booking. So in case someone is asking for a booking, and if you have put, you have registered yourself on one of the booking apps, for a restaurant, be it like a Zomato or dining apps, all those, there you people accept and make bookings, and for you to accept, you'll have the rights both as an owner and a manager, and you can update certain location settings as both. More or less, all the features, I mean, all the authorities and rights have been given, the capabilities are there. Initial first two is what you can't. You can't remove the business profile and you can't add and remove users. Apart which, I think most of it is similar. Okay. If you would like, okay, if you have one account and you would like to create another business profile, you definitely can. And this is the tab for that. Like you run a jewelry shop, and in the meantime, you also have a business of an ice cream shop. So ice cream shop. That's where you can add it. Yeah, this is a section where you can add another business. The same procedure you need to create, and then once it's created, you start optimizing, adding in all the details. Let me go back. So in one email account, you can have multiple profiles. Okay, if you already have businesses, it'll show up here. Right now, as I'm using only this is the one that shows up here, and you can create a group. I mean, you can group them into one, like something like a playlist or something like that. And here you can edit it. Like what you saw earlier, it comes up to this page. And this again brings you to the home page. The first one took you to the info, and the one here. And in case you want to delete the, remove the business from the listing and what you already created, you go to actions. First, you can permanently close or remove business. Okay, you have all the options. It starts with something, the business, other businesses, insights, except then, okay, that's Google updates. So mark as open, or if you're closed for time being, you can, show as you're currently temporarily closed. Or if you're closed the location for on a permanent basis, you can keep permanently closed or remove business. If you don't want this profile, there's the last option where you can delete the business. That profile will not exist further on. Okay, here this is something where you can, if you have a Google Ad account or you have a merchant center. Merchant center is basically once you add your product and you want to sell it, so that is where you attach your merchant account. So for time being, we don't have to worry about that because we'll be doing Google Ads in the next coming classes. Okay, so really that's how much you can work on it, and it's very important every detail is updated and don't keep anything pending. So like I told you, see if you have you're a restaurant and you would like to, put yourself on a booking, this is where you take the booking. This feature, okay, right now it's not available. Okay, if you can create the, this much, it would be really great. And let's take a small break of 10 minutes. I'll be back and we'll be creating a couple of posts. One would be the COVID-19 update and an actual post, what you need to do constantly. Keep creating contents like that. Or if you have done it on a Facebook or Instagram, just make sure to post one here as well. So you click on create post, you get these options. COVID-19 update, like I told you, if your team is completely vaccinated, this is very good. Or an offer, something is coming up. Okay, Christmas is coming up, so Christmas offer. And what's new is actually how you post here. Put an image and put in the details there. You also, okay, this is a very important thing. This is called a CTA, call to action button, and the event. Okay, so it's 5:42 now. Let's take a 10-minute break and I'll be back. Is that good? Are you all there still? Can I get one in the chat section if you're there? Shall we take a 10-minute break and be back? If yes, one. Okay, great. I'm glad you're still active and being part of this. Great. Okay, let's take a small break and be back in 10 minutes. Okay, uh, done with the break. So, responses of what you sent me. So, every day I also responsive and sending back your responses. So, we responses on there. As soon as this, you see, okay, some of them taken effort and time in doing update on a small scale basis. This is really online, some people just one word and emoji. Emoji is great, but add in some more. I think this is the best one so far. The company, this is really good. Here the more specific service they provide and how they describe their business. Good job. And you can see how okay, in business who are interested in industry. It's really nice and interesting line of business what you have there. Some channels having peak, down, this on okay. The responses really nice. Thank you for responding and being part of this. Okay, let's go ahead. There's just a few things left to be done here, for which you can use a Canva or you can even use it should be sufficient. Yeah, let's text and pick up an image from one of the sites. Okay, so here it asks, what's your COVID-19 updates? So a few lines as in going by through here. You can say we have uh, kinds of service. Am I clear now? Sorry, okay, I'm reading messages that my voice is clear, not clear. Is it better now? Am I audible? Thank you for the response. Let me know if you don't hear me. Put it in the chat section so I'll know and I can set myself right. Can you hear me now? Is it clear? If yes, please type one or yes in the chat section. Am I audible now? Can you hear me? Okay, great. And also, I was murmuring typing, so don't mind. Okay, okay, great. Thank you. Okay, mask worn at all times. Then just some lines as you would like to write across. So patrons, something like that. Okay, patrons are customers. And we got complete. Okay, right, or we mandate, what can I say, we follow strict sanitization procedures. Just few lines about it. And next comes what here is the CTA. Okay, this shouldn't be of much use here. Or if you are creating, you have a website of your own, and even the website you have created a page regarding the concern on this COVID-19, and you put up a page where it says you've taken all measures. You have a actual image of your establishment and photos with staff with masks and gloves and all that. You can connect it to that. So this basically is a CTA button, a call to action button, which guides or navigates the customer to your required uh, place or website, or it makes them take an action. For now, it is not necessary, so has none, and you can have a preview here. So this would, going by the protocols of the measures to be implemented. COVID-19 have vaccinated, masks worn all time, provide it should be while providing time while providing service to our customers, and we will follow strict sanitization procedures. We publish. And that, so posted just, and with a warning sign, the situation it is right now, clean update with the text what I you can also share this. Not getting this option. All right. Okay. So here you can share it on your other social media sites, be it Facebook, Twitter, or can I will click a couple of times. Right. So the first one, so you can make use of Canva. One of the things what I've done earlier. So you use your picture of what you can post. I will try modifying what's already been done, so it saves you some time as well. Okay, let me take this. I'd taken at Sunset Cafe earlier. Let me make this. Okay, Highland. Okay, I think the other thing should be good. Just make changes to it. Okay, I can't do the logo. Clear the logo, bring in the logo, which was done earlier. With another tab. Go to home. We'll have other designs here. So click from here. If you download it, great. Otherwise, it should be in the previous one. Control C, Control A, Control C, and you can bring it here. Okay, we have certain social media handles down there. Facebook, Insta, Snapchat, WhatsApp, the premium blend coffee sandwich desserts. Okay, this is what I was talking about frame before. So you have an iPhone and an image inside. So you can choose whatever image you like. I'll put in a coffee there. So I'll show you how you get it. Go to elements and search for frames. There are such variety of frames here, and you can make use of it like just based on there's no limit. It's all your creativity here. See something from a monitor to a mirror like, and you can do it. There's a lot of options here. There's a diamond, and there's one with I told you this as well, where it has numbers, okay, in form of puzzle. If you have a wedding, if you're planning for any wedding kind of thing and cultural stuff, you have these kind of frames as well. Okay, so if you are, putting up a playlist, you wanted to show some music you listen to, and so you can use something like this, a media player having, you can put in the image of the latest trending track and just give you some some ideas where you can implement it. Okay. Out of here, I had found the same. This here, what you see in iPhone here, is also one of the frames I found there.
So,
Okay. Yes,
so your
yes, ma.
screen is like stuck from the past 5 minutes, so like it's not moving.
Yes, sir.
How about now?
No,
Now
sir.
also it's
Is
not
it
so.
okay? Give me a minute. I'll just switch to another network. Is the screen visible now?
No, sir. It's still the same.
Is it? Okay.
It's visible, so but it's kind of
Sorry.
stuck. It's not moving. Like as you or like
Correct, correct,
switch
correct.
between screens, we're not able
Okay,
to.
I'll just stop. I'll share the screen and start. Waiting for people to see your screen is what it displays here. Mhm. I think the last thing you could see was, where you could share. No, I think you saw Twitter and Facebook. I guess that was the last display you could see.
Yes,
Correct?
sir. Yes.
Okay, we have some issue here. Give me a minute. Is it any better now? No? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. We can see it now.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Oh, yeah, sorry for that. So I was saying, I think you missed out on the. Okay, that was a text format. That's all right. If you couldn't see that, I'll go back again and explain. It won't take much time. Okay, the first one was a COVID-19 update where I just put in a few words and you know, which I think you could hear me out what I was typing there. So this is what says going by COVID protocols on safety measures to be implemented regarding COVID-19. We have a team completely vaccinated. So all the blah blah what is required for the COVID-19 update. After which, okay, you see the tab here which shows all. I mean, here all the posts and offers and events are shown in this place. The next one would be offers, but let's start with doing a post. So you go to what's new. In what's new, you create your first post. So to add an image here, I was working something on Canva, and I'm sorry, that is where we got stuck to the screen. It shouldn't take much time. Let's go back there because I have a design which already exists, which I've done earlier. I'll have copied the. I mean, I brought the logo which I created recently to this. I know based on the post, you can. What I would like to tell you is when you're creating a post, just keep few things in mind. It should have, one. It should be driving your users and the viewers to either make a purchase online or visit your physical store. Some call to action must be there. So what you saw, I told you about CTA earlier. So this is a CTA button. Okay, you want them to sign up or you want to learn more by. So you're creating a forward navigation. So they don't end just by seeing the post. In the same way, when you create a creative or you make a post, like something what I'm doing here, put your social media handles there. So I put one or two. They can follow us. You can put a small line here, follows on. You go to text and write follow us on. Keep it smaller. 21, 20. Okay, that should be good. You can place it there. Okay, and one more thing I was telling you about is this one. This is a frame which I picked up in the elements section. There are a lot of frames here. So I picked the one with the 4. I mean, whatever is trending and what you feel goes along with the post and the content, you can always do it. You can edit the image. You can add in filters as well. Let me take this image. Okay, you can't edit once it's in the frame, but you click and you get the same option to the left side. I'm sure you already are really good at using filters by now, because most of you would have your Instagram and Snapchat accounts. So see how it goes well with the post, and you can add in. I think this needs to change the color background. Make it black. We should make this white. Control A. Okay, if you want to move around and find the elements, and if they are behind another one, if there's an image or a shape behind the text, you can use tab. So it individually moves around, and when it highlights on that element or that text, you can select and make changes. So you don't have to go through the mouse and find everything. You press Control A, everything highlights. So if something has to be changed, you can do it here as well. Look it black. You see how it goes with the okay, I'll make it blue, Facebook blue. And here, if we put in a word, so this is intro. Instead, you can use the city's name, introducing Bangalore to Thailand cafe. So something like that. You can go on telling you earlier Christmas is coming up, create post Christmas. You don't just need a reason. Anything that comes up that is trending, like of it. Well, it keeps people interested in your profile, and it shows up the view. And okay, it's just post says when they view your profile, they'll know you're active. Okay, it's not a profile which has been created for the sake of it and that, but you're active and you're currently posting. So they know this is a business which is doing well and has people coming in quite often. I'll take something. Let's go a little bit. P6. Something like this. This is just an example. You can come up with anything. So this being the first post, I took this introducing Bangalore. You can fairly keep it simple, or you want to work on something else, you can always do that. Okay, if you want to move it around and you found find the mouse and the touchpad being a little clumsy, you can use the arrow marks and place it exactly where you want it. So we have almost achieved Facebook color, so you're not able to see that. That's okay. Okay. So this is a fairly simple post. and let me download it. Okay, I forgot to add the tagline. Let me add the tagline there as well. Which I can pick up from one of the other posts. Okay, copy. Where is it? Yeah, there. Download it. Okay. Find image. Okay. Load it. Okay. You can copy your description or write in a few words as well. Right, producing. So let's find a lot to improve life. Okay, it is in caps. Highland and what was the line? Why and land. All it is a small place in Himachal Pradesh, a very beautiful sky by the weekend. Yeah, it has or as Bangalore. I think signs or you would have seen this way as well. I think. Hello. This is beautiful. Here you can, like I said, you can if you take done to that, if you can paste the link and you can book and come to venue. Or if they want to know more, if you have a website or a blog which exists, you can paste it here.
Can't hear you properly, sir. Your voice is
Let's,
a lot, sir.
uh, is it better?
Now it's better, sir. When you keep on
Am
talking,
I
it's breaking, sir.
I'm sorry for that. We have some technical typing and what's being put up there.
Can't hear you, sir.
Yes. Can you speak better now? You know, okay, we're near end of the session. So let me can you hear me at least word by word? Is that clear? Can someone unmute yourself? You know,
No, sir. Your voice is breaking a lot, sir.
it's still not clear. Okay. Are you able to hear me now? Yes, no. You just have 5 minutes. I can let me know. I'll recap in just a minute and we can close the session. Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Better,
Is it
sir.
any better than before? Hello? Okay, great.
Better,
So
sir.
here in the I know in the post section, okay, great. In the post section, I've put in a few words here describing what the place is about, and the last line I've used keywords because whenever you're creating a post, people will not have time to go through each line. So use a hashtag or use keywords. So that would be easier for them to read and also grab their attention. So words like Bangalore, cafe, good food, music would definitely grab their attention. Okay, last one is the city. I'm sorry where we missed out on audio there. It gives you an option where you can post your link based on you creating a booking or an order online or buying option. I told you earlier you can create a merchant, Google merchant where you can connect and connect and they can buy your products. Learn more is if you have a website or blog, it takes them there. Same with the sign up, if you can create a landing page and put them up there. So the minute they click on that, it takes them to the landing page and then they update the details. So this was a brief of what we have done. We have done a COVID-19 update and what's new. Next two classes, we just have offer an event to finish off Google My Business. And that is fairly same. I'll keep it set for the next class so I can just show it to you and post. That should be done with Google My Business. Any doubts so far? Anything I have to clear? You can let me know while I publish it in the meantime.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, give this a try. Create a profile of yours on what you sent me earlier, or if you change your mind, want to do something else, just give it a go. See how it works. Okay, and try doing a logo and cover. If you try logo itself, would be great. Cover, that's an addition for me. And I think we come to an end of Google My Business there. Like I told, I'll be showing you the event and offer. That shouldn't take much time in the next class. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And Do we have a session tomorrow or it's next on Monday?
It's on Monday, sir.
Okay. All right. So see you on Monday at 4:30. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.